Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Primetime Newscast in the English language on Canal the International. It's exactly 6:15 at Top Stories. The Constitutional Council has declared inadmissible the petition of Denise Emilienne Atangana, president of FDC party. This brings to an end the illegal term of 18 general managers of public and para-public establishments and companies still in function after 9 years in office. And the people of Bangang in Bavia neighbors the Bamumbu people of Lebialem division in the southwest region of Cameroon. And despite the socio-political unrest, some schools still managed to open their doors for this academic year in the southwest region of Cameroon. The governor, Bernardo Calabilai, went around some schools today to encourage students and teachers. Those are major stories, details right ahead. The Constitutional Council Party is demanding an end of illegal term of 18 general managers of public and para-public establishments and companies still in function after 9 years in office. The President, Clement Atangana, in a public hearing this Tuesday in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, say Denise Emilienne Atangana is not qualified to make such a petition. The details in the following story will be Ngamu.
Denise Emilienne Atangana, before the President and members of the Constitutional Council, arrangements and companies still in function after 9 years. The presence of his lawyer without any letter of incorporation in the file almost turned it into a show. Prepared, but it was not handy on this day. After 15 days of preparation, the drama over, the president of the Constitutional Council, Clement Atangana, made their pronouncement. Denise Emilienne Atangana's petition is inadmissible.
Déclare la requête de Sœur Denise Emilienne Atangana manifestement irrecevable.
He is not qualified to make such a petition.
We are not satisfied by this decision.
The political party per se might not be qualified, but parliamentarians can. And UNDP Senator Pierre Flambon-Gayap, present at the hearing, says he is available.
We parliamentarians are pertinent to ask for this important issue.
A big scandal, deception, decried the national director of the FDC party.
But the law has been brought here in the Constitutional Council, and it is just the beginning because we will bring all these managers to the law.
Electors are better managed for good results.
On 4 September this year has been disregarded by the Mbapo Lipos group, describing the organizers as said to have not described the Congress as manipulation and ill intention of some leaders to continue implanting division within the party. The details with Hysen Cha.
Reconciliation within the ranks of the UPC party remains far-fetched. 3 days to the party's ordinary Congress convened by Balegent Pierre, Robert Bapolipot has rubbished the upcoming event as that championed by illegitimate individuals with the intention of destabilizing the Red Party.
That UPC is not concerned by this Congress. Those who are trying to organize this invite militants to a Congress.
Talking to the men and women of the press this Tuesday in Yaoundé, the former member of Parliament and 12th General Assembly,
the all administration recognizing us as leaders of UPC.
He added that he controls the party's account as the only leader. Bapolipot says the party's priority at the moment is to reconcile, reunite and reorganize the grassroots militants to give the oldest political party in Cameroon, which has become a shadow of itself, a new image.
We are trying to invite them. UPC is a party which is supposed to be the most important one in Cameroon,
in the battle to restore peace in the northwest and southwest regions of the country.
Cameroon are denouncing what they have described as the illegal occupation of their land by their neighbors, the Bamumbu people of Lekunze, for masterminding the act what legal minds describes as unfounded. Regina Leketanda reports.
Room structure by people of neighboring Wabane in the Lebialem division of the southwest region on a piece of land said to be belonging to the people of Bangang in the Bambutus division has created tension between the two communities.
Moi avions fait plus de 30 ans sur ce terrain. I
grew up working on this piece of land. My father and I have been working here for more than 30 years, cultivating all sorts of crops. I lost my father recently, and after that I had a terrible accident and I was incapacitated. Then suddenly I was informed there are people constructing a building on a piece of land that belongs to me.
Subitement, je suis à la maison, on me dit qu'on est en train de construire un bâtiment que vous voyez, un bâtiment de 10 boutiques chez moi.
The people of Bangang say the boundary between West and the Southwest is very clear and such encroachment is criminal. The Mesang road you see over there is a road created to facilitate transportation. It is not the limit of Bangang. The limit of Bangang is way beyond that road. The limit between the Francophone zone and the Anglophone zone ends at the foot of Mount Bambutus. We are here in the West and we are talking about the Southwest project. How do you explain that suddenly a Southwest project is being realized on West soil, on my land, without my permission? Accusing fingers of land expropriation are being pointed at the paramount ruler of the Bamumbu people, His Majesty von Lekunze, who is also a senator sojourning in Yaoundé. The people of Bangang say it is high time the government intervenes before the situation degenerates into an intertribal conflict.
I think that government can help us to stop this thing. This can before be a war in Bangang and these people of Libya.
Contacted on the phone, Senator Lekunze was adamant that where the construction work is ongoing is on their piece of land, what the people of Bangang have refused to accept.
And we take you to the southwest region of Cameroon, where despite the socio-political unrest, some schools have managed to open their doors this academic year. The governor of the southwest region, Bernardo Calabilai, went around some schools to encourage teachers and students. More in the following story.
Des salles de classe pleines à craquer ce premier jour de la reprise des cours à Bouya. Ici, élèves et enseignants n'ont pas raté le train de la rentrée scolaire. Dans ces écoles à régime internat, les premiers cours sont dispensés.
Why did the Germans succeed? Reasons.
We are sorry for those technical hitches. We'll come back to the story on back to school in the southwest region of Cameroon. The governor, Bernardo Calabilai, went around some schools today to encourage our teachers, students, and pupils. The details in the following story.
The book, entitled Fonts of Traditional Bamenda and Partisan Politics in Contemporary Cameroon, Reconstructing Identity and Cultural Meaning, by Reverend Tatambwe, is a strong call for the fonts of the Northwest region to desist from partisan politics and regain respect in the eyes of their people.
They should not be involved in partisan politics. They can vote, they can do all what the political rights that they have, but they should not be involved in competitive politics. Why? Because everyone is a high priest of his place.
A view highly shared by some traditional rulers who believe that choosing to belong to one political party brings heavy division, as the Fon is supposed to be a father of their entire communities.
All the political parties in Cameroon belong to us. If we identify with one, it therefore means we have taken side, and that is projecting our successor, and we don't know for how long he's going to live.
Their involvement in open politics, the priest explains, is the reason many have been chased out of their fondoms during these crisis periods.
The fact that they are out is due to the fact that they have taken side with one party and their children feel that their funds are no longer with them and they are no longer sons of that fund. And so they disown him, they no longer have meaning.
The 142-page book equally underlines that most traditional rulers get into partisan politics for hunger reasons. As such, the priest, in part 3 of the book, proposes main solutions for communities to implement in order to restore the fund's integrity.
The problem has been that the funds are looking for survival, and therefore we are suggesting in the book that every ethnic group should find a means by which they can afford the sustainability of their funds.
Also present during the book launch at Mvolye Episcopal Center in Yaoundé this weekend were a host of Northwest elites who have highly lauded the works, hoping it will serve as a weapon for the funds to regain their authority.
An alleged gang that robbed workers of a microfinance institution on their way to a construction company to pay salaries of workers has fallen into security dragnet. They were preparing to leave the country when they were arrested in Betua. As we hear the full story, Gladys Ambutiba.
On August 5, 2021, this alleged notorious gang of thieves made away with a sum of 21 million francs CFA, money meant to pay salaries of workers of a construction company situated 55 kilometers away from Medea in the Sanagam Maritime Division, littoral region of Cameroon. The gang members intercepted the vehicle that had on board those who were transporting the money, amongst them 3 workers of the construction company and 2 from a microfinance institution. The thieves had weapons. They threatened them and made away with the money. Unfortunately, the thieves took the money to a hotel they were lodging in Betua in the East region and were planning to leave the country with 8 million CFA francs when they were arrested. Our ambition was to leave the country. Our first destination was Morocco, with the hopes of traveling abroad. Amongst the 4 gang members is a worker of Ben's construction company who confessed that he had a meager salary, reason why he engaged in the act. They will be presented to the State Council and they will appear before the military tribunal. The alleged thieves were tracked down thanks to a joint operation of security forces in the East region and the judicial police in the Central region.
And that report brings us to the end of this edition of Newscast on Canal, the International. Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow is another day.